Welcome everyone to my first official Let's Play. It's going to be Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, a great CRPG from a great series. And I apologize in advance for so many things. One is, as you can most likely see with the smoke, there is a bit of lag in this recording. I have no idea why. I've tried to figure out many different things, but it keeps on lagging a bit. So the recording is going to be a bit on the choppy side, and I am sorry for that. I'm also sorry that you won't be able to see all the nice CGI cutscenes. It's just the weird, stupid way Knights of the Old Republic was programmed. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't have a super fancy editing program I can't just shove in the movies. Plus, they're not at the right resolution anyways. And as you can quite plainly not hear, there is no music. I have turned that off for copyright reasons, because I really don't want to have to worry about that right now. I mean, I'm just actually starting to use my channel for a change. And I'm pretty sure you can't actually see my mouse, which is also kind of weird. But we'll have to deal with that. I will make sure I try to highlight anything that I'm actually pointing at and will be using. So let's get started. And right off the bat, you are presented with a character choice divided between male and female, and there are only very minor differences between the two game-wise. So it doesn't really matter. You want to play female? Play a female. You want to play male? Play a male. This game, there's not a lot of difference between the two. There are, however, differences between what basic class you start off with. Your soldiers are your typical fighters. They are good with weapons and good with what are known as feats, which are nice upgrades to your character as you level up. They can wear some of the best armor available in the game right off the bat. If you are brand new to this game, I highly recommend you play a soldier as your first character. It's actually going to be the class I'll be playing for this playthrough, which is unusual for me. On the opposite end, you have the scoundrels, which are the characters that are about skills. Skills in this game are things like setting mines as traps or disarming mines as traps, picking through locks, disabling computer securities, stuff like that. Scoundrels are your class of choice if you really like to play the skills. Unlike the soldier, however, they are horrible fighters. And your scouts are somewhere in the middle. Not quite as good fighters as soldiers, not quite as good at skills as scoundrels, but a nice blend of the two. Scout is usually the class I go with, but like I said, I'm going to be playing a soldier. If you're playing, you can click Quick Character. All that leaves you to do is create a name and select what your portrait is. The computer handles everything else. I prefer Custom Character. Portraits are completely up to you. As you can see, you've got a decent selection to choose from. Choose whatever head you like. It really matters not. Now, attributes. If you're doing a custom character, I have a few things for you. Whenever setting your attributes, never have an odd number, if at all possible. Odd numbers do absolutely nothing for you. And never have an 8. 8 gives you this little -1 modifier, which is what's really important about your stats. And negative modifiers are bad. Now, let's see. How do I want to build up my soldier? Nice balance of dex and strength. There we go. Soldier's already got a good, decent amount of health, so I won't need too much extra constitution. I want a few extra skill points. And we'll throw in something left elsewhere. Does that look good to me? I won't really be Okay, I should probably go over what these do. Strength deals with your melee weapons. The better your strength, the better you hit and deal damage with melee weapons. Dexterity handles your ranged weapons, doing the same thing as strength does for melee. It also improves your defense, which makes you harder to hit. Constitution modifiers just add extra life to you. Intelligence gives you more skill points. Wisdom gives you more force points. And charisma and wisdom also have stuff to deal with your force powers. Because yes, as a Jedi, you will have force powers. The higher your charisma and wisdom modifiers, the harder your force powers are to resist. Which is always a good thing. But I hate odd numbers. I try not to get them naturally. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to do a 14, 14, 12, 14, 12, 12. I can, if I really wanted to, pump something all the way up to 18. I really don't recommend it. I prefer having a nice, balanced spread of stats. Maybe more wisdom instead of charisma. Give me a bit more force power. I like the balance. I'm going to keep the balance. It's not the most optimal spread, no, but I like it. Skills are pretty much things your characters can do outside of combat. Soldiers are horrible at skills. There are some key ones to note. Security is pretty much worthless in this game. There is one time that you have to use it, and that's during the tutorial. Other than that, you can just bash things with whatever you're holding, and it will break open. Persuade is something your main character can level up. No one else can. Right now as a soldier, it's a cross-class skill for me, so it takes 2 points to level up instead of 1 that's a class skill. I'm going to be saving up points, which you can save up as many points as you want between levels. So I'll save that when I no longer have that as a cross-class skill. Stealth is hit or miss. You either like it and love it, or you never use it. I rarely ever use it. Computer use and repair are basically the same thing. They decrease the number of parts you need to do a task. Whereas you can just keep buying a crap ton of parts. So it's not the most important skills for your character. Awareness only really works for one reason, and that's to find mines that demolition people can pick up. However, awareness only works when you're currently controlling that character, if I remember correctly. So it never hurts to have whatever character you control the most, which is usually your main character, to have good awareness. And treat injury just is really good because it improves how well your healing items heal. So I almost always try to pump that up. I'm going to put 4 into awareness. And I'm going to save these 4 points and 1 point every level afterwards so I can shove into Persuade the moment it's no longer a cross-class skill, which may take a while. Yes, see, it'll warn you every time you're not spending all your points, so don't worry. Feats, like I said, are pretty much passive improvements to your character. Like this feat here allows me to wear heavy armor. It's passive, but without this feat, I could never wear heavy armor. There are some active feats, like Power Attack or Power Blast here. I can use these in combat to affect my attack in some way, shape, or form. But as a general rule, most feats are passive. At level 1, and whenever you can improve it, there are 1 of 2 feat lines you should almost always try to master out. One is the 2 weapon fighting line. This, as its name sounds, improves your ability to fight with 2 weapons or certain double-bladed or weapons of the sort. If you don't have it, your ability to hit things is atrocious, and I mean that quite literally. But when you get it mastered out, and you're starting to use your 2 weapons or double-bladed weapon to great effect, you will be obliterating the competition. This is a very aggressive line for doing a lot of damage. Or all the way down here is the dueling line. This is pretty much the opposite way. You take a single one-handed weapon, such as a pistol or a lightsaber, and that's it. No other weapon. No offhand weapon. It can't be a two-handed weapon. It has to be a single one-handed weapon. Dueling improves your ability to hit, which isn't being decreased for any reason at all. And it also improves your defense, which decreases the ability you get hit. So you hit better, but you get hit less. It's very useful. I swear by the dueling line. I will almost always personally take the dueling line for my own main character. Your mileage may vary. You may prefer the aggressive route. I like to survive. I like the survival route. And that's it. I get 1 feat. So I'm putting it into dueling. Now, when I was testing out a recording of this, I had a cool name pop up. And I'm going to use it. Names are just frivolous little things. Your main character will say it quite frequently. Well, I say, but it will come up frequently in text, but other than that, it has no purpose. Now, oh, right. You will not be seeing the movie coming up, because, unfortunately, that's the way it records here. So I will pause this recording, that way you're not staring at a loading screen while I watch the oh-so-beautiful cutscene. Yes, I am watching them. I like them. They provide the story. They help me keep interested. I will see you guys in just a second. And yes, there I am, in my underwear. At least put a blanket on, man. Explosions! I actually would have slept through that. I'm a hard sleeper.
We've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet. The Endar Spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time. I'm Trask Ulgo, ensign with the Republic fleet. I'm your bunkmate here on the Endar Spire. We work opposite shifts. I guess that's why you haven't seen me before. Now hurry up. We have to find Bastila. We have to make sure she makes it off the ship alive. Bastila is the commanding officer on the Endar Spire. Well, not an officer, really, but she's the one in charge of this mission. One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. You swore an oath just like everyone else on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I've heard all about your reputation. Elite combat training, tops in your class. It's no wonder you were handpicked for this mission. Word is the officers haven't seen a recruit with your kind of potential in 20 years. But all that potential doesn't mean a thing if you can't deliver when it counts. We're soldiers. We're trained for combat. Bastila is going to need men and women like us at her side during this attack. So hurry up and grab your gear. You need to suit up so we can get out of here.
Yes, there is going to be a... Oh, right. I forgot to get rid of those. From my trial run. Don't mind them at all. You see nothing. But yes, this is an RPG. There will be a great deal of talking. I will try to limit the amount of talking you deal with to the necessary talking. So when I say I'm in the going to be between episodes, I'll be doing a lot of side talking and whatnot to people. I want a short sword. Purple items in your inventory are new items. Same thing for quests if you want to get rid of the Inoi Flash.
Okay, let's move out. We should stick together. You'll have more success with a party than on your own.
And you have no choice. This guy is part of your party. You cannot remove him. See?
Because of the attack, this room is in lockdown. But don't worry, I've got the override codes. You'll have to use me to unlock the door.
Now, you can either just click on the portrait, or if, like me, you use mouse look mode, you can simply push tab.
Now that the door is open, you better take the lead again.
Mouse look mode is my preferred mode.
This is Carthonasi. The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long.
And there goes the phone, of course.
That was Karth contacting us on our
and I can't pause
He's one of
this.
the Republic's best pilots. He's seen more combat than the rest of the Endar Spire's crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend Bastila. There's a map of the Endar Spire and a copy of Karth's message in your electronic journal, just in case we get separated.
Of course, my first episode of my first Let's Play, and the phone rings. Why am I surprised?
That door's locked. I don't have the codes to open it, but switch me to the party leader so you can use my security skills to slice into the access panel and open the door.
This is the one time in the game where you have to use security.
These Sith must be the advanced boarding party for the Republic!
Now, I should explain something about combat here. It may look real-time, but it is not. It is divided into turns that take about 6 seconds each. So while it may look like your character is standing around drooling where he should be attacking, it's because he's waiting for his next turn to come up. Don't take it personally. Also, I should tell you, in this game, gun is beaten by sword. If you have a sword, rush in, because you will get an attack bonus, so you'll be able to hit better against somebody using a ranged weapon. The reverse is also true. If the computer decides to rush in, you will be suffering from them having better hit chance. And there was no loot. During my practice run, there was loot there. It's all random. Just because you see me get an item, doesn't mean you will. Power attack is lovely. And because of my dueling, I'm not suffering from as much of a chance to miss. Most people don't like power attack.
I've got a feeling that won't be our last battle with the Sith. Good thing we have med packs to heal our wounds. It might be a good idea to use one now before our next battle.
I'm not that hurt. But yes, most people prefer using something like Flurry, which gives you an extra chance to hit, or Critical Shot, or Critical Strike, which actually makes your critical hits a bit more common. I kind of like Power Attack when I'm using dueling, because one of the main problems of dueling is lack of damage. So getting a nice, strong, solid hit in kind of helps. Your mileage may vary. You can choose whatever you want. Oh, there we go, remains. Now, I said to use med packs. You see these 4 buttons over here. The first button is Force Powers, which we don't have any yet. We're not a Jedi. Next over here is med packs and other useful healing items. I will use these frequently with the hotkey, which is 5. Over here are boosts like shields or adrenals. They'll just simply make you a little bit better at the fight at the moment. And last over here are mines, which you will probably never see filled. If I get any mines, they'll most likely be sold. And boom! And a grenade! We have grenades in this game. They cause friendly fire. Be warned. Okay. I should also explain this slot here, which is 1 on the hotkey, are your feat attacks. It either is normal attack, power shot, so on and so forth. Center here is offensive force powers, which obviously we don't have any yet, because like I said, we're not a Jedi. That's number 2. Grenades here are on the left. You push 3, you will chuck a grenade. Also, as you saw, you can use your mouse wheel to simply scroll around to choose whatever you want, or if you hold shift and push the hotkey number, it will cycle through. Now let's see here. Let's toss a grenade right in the center. Beautiful. Oh, I looted a body in combat. I did not mean to do that. Boom! See any other loot? No, that's just Thrask. Okay, moving on. Actually, I should probably start an extra save. This is a buggy game. Save frequently. And I do things like this. At the start of every place I go will have its own manual save. That way, if crap super happens, I can start over. Rotation saves are what I use as I play throughout the game.
This fight is too much for us. We better stay back. All we do is get in the way.
And I'll replace the rotation saves quite frequently. I only keep like 3, and I use them in a rotation, hence the name.
That was one of the Jedi accompanying Bastila. Damn, we could have used her help.
I don't know, we seem to be doing pretty good on our own. I mean, look at that beautiful power attack. Dueling is showing its stuff right now. Ooh, that was kind of good. Okay, I'm kind of curious about something here. Hold on a sec. Yes. Okay. Just making sure my microphone is recording. Hello, people! And I gotta level up.
Bastila's not here on the bridge. They must have retreated to the escape pods. We better head that way, too. The Sith want Bastila alive, but once she's off the ship, there's nothing stopping them from blasting the Endar Spire into galactic dust.
And I do not want to be dust. That would be bad. What do we got here? The blaster pistol. Why? Oh, I disabled mouse look mode somehow. Whoopsies! Looks like loot. That is loot. Okay, as you see, I've got an L with an up icon. That means level up. So if I go to the party screen, which is P by default, you can either have a computer automatically decide your level up, which I would never recommend, or you can do it manually. So say like, I leveled up. I had 4 skill points before, and now I have 6, so I got 2 for this level up. I need to save 1 for Persuade, so that leaves 1 for using, which will go to Treat Injury. Sorry, Awareness. And I got another feat, because I'm playing a soldier. I can't get the next level of dueling right now, that requires level 4, so I will spend it on getting an implant level. Implants are an extra piece of equipment. The higher your implant level feat, the better implants you can use. So, right now I can just use simple, wimpy little level 1s, but it's better than nothing. You will never get any information from this screen with tooltips. You kind of have to figure out what it does. I've already explained the stats. Down here are your saving throws. Certain things require a certain saving throw, like grenades. If your reflex saving throw is high enough, you can actually take a lot less damage from a grenade explosion. Vitality is your health. I will use health a lot more than vitality. That's just what I'm used to. Defense, I've already explained. Here's your class, what your level you are. Current, you do not say like have how it's done in Pokemon, where each stat, every time you level up, you go back to 0 experience and you need to hit the next level. It's not like I've gotten 1275 experience so far. I believe 1000 was what I needed to get to the first level, the first level up. 3000 is what I need for the next. It's not like I'm starting back at 0. I'm still at 1275. Thrask will never level up. Let's see here. Nothing of major new interest. I'm just getting away all the purple so it will stop flashing at me. Oh, right, I got a combat suit. I forgot to equip that. Armor comes in 4 varieties. No armor, which is clothing, that doesn't get in your way at all. It also doesn't provide any defense. Light armor provides the least amount of extra defense. On the other hand, it allows the most amount of extra dexterity added on top of your defense. Heavy armor provides the most base defense, but it also allows the least amount of dexterity bonus allowed on top. Medium armor is in between. You'll see me wear some decent armors right now, But eventually I will be using something different. You'll find out what when we get to that point. Boom boom! And through the door. Where'd your gun go, man?
There's something behind here. Damn, another Dark Jedi. I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pods. Go!
I totally could have taken him. Now's as good time as any for our next rotation save.
This is on your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Basila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. No, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods.
Will do, boss man. If you had any stealth skill and a stealth field generator here, you would have been told how to use it. I play Scoundrels quite a lot. I win. No loot from you. Hi there! Meet my sword. One power attack.
Be careful. There's a whole squad of Sith troopers on the other side of that door. You need to find some way to thin their numbers. You could reprogram the damaged assault droid to help you, if you have enough repair parts. Or you could use computer spikes to slice into the terminal and use the Endar Spire's security systems against the Sith.
And no matter which way you do, including just running in there willy-nilly, you will earn experience points. If you're a scoundrel, your upfront fighting is quite horrible generally. So what I would recommend is going over here to view the camera, then overloading the circuit conduit. And boom. Down they go, sweet experience to you. No heavy fighting required, but you still get all the loot. Ooh.
You've made it just in time. There's only one active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below. I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you. We're the last two crew members left in the Endar Spire. Basila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later.
And I'll make my last rotation save, just so I have them all nice and neat in one area. And I will see you guys in a second, because there is a cutscene coming up. Till then. Oh, what a party. What a party. What a nose. Holy crap. Look at that nose. That's an amazing nose.
Whoa, hold on. Don't try and get up yet. You were smashed up pretty bad when we crash landed here on Telos. Don't worry, we should be safe here in this apartment. I gave you something to help you sleep. Just get some rest and let the Koltopax do their job.
What you just saw there was from the Restored Content patch. I had that installed, so you'll be seeing little things like that with me. It's pretty much a new experience for me as well. What fun!
Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you in the escape pod. Do you remember? Well, you've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things, but try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Telos. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone. You don't have to thank me. I've never abandoned anyone on a mission, and I'm not about to start now. Besides, I'm gonna need your help. Telos is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet, they've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. That's pretty rare in a raw recruit, but it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves. That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Telos. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her. Bastila is no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies. Through the Force, Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. Often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. Of course, there are limits to what she can do, but from what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she never had a chance to use her battle meditation. Like us, she barely got out alive. Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malak's followers can use the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. Nobody will be looking for a couple of common soldiers like us, and if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how important she is to the war effort. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So, if Bastila's gonna escape Telos, she's gonna need our help. And we'll probably need hers. While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed. I'll tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be. Taris was once a magnificent planet-wide metropolis of towering skyscrapers, but that was a long time ago. The upper city where the rich citizens live is still pretty safe. If it wasn't for the Sith occupation and the planet-wide quarantine, it might not even be a bad place to live. But farther down, things have degenerated. The lower city is nothing but a slum overrun by swoop bike gangs, waging a never-ending war for control. And the undercity is, well, it's even worse. The lowest level of Telos is a wasteland overrun by rat ghouls, mindless, diseased mutants that attack on sight. I've already entered all this info into your datapad journal. Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. And we can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. Can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
Let's do that next time. I'm stopping the episode here. Until then, folks, I will see you later. Goodbye for now.